What's going on, guys? T Blake here. Today we're going to be checking out the Kaws companions that released at a special art display in Texas. Shout out El Sneaker Chapo for helping me get these in such a quick time turnaround. He overnighted them for me, so it's really awesome that I can get them literally the next day to do a review. There was 6 companions in total. There's also a BFF plush. The plush came bundled with the price that he gave me. Each one of these is open edition, so meaning that technically it's kind of the opposite of limited edition, whereas some of the Kaws companions that I have up there out of a finite number, some of the Star Wars maybe 500, the dissected resting pieces 500, something like that. Technically he can make as many of these as he wanted. So from a collectability standpoint, these potentially could be a liability on the website and in store. It looks like there was at least a little over 1,000 of each one made, which still isn't that crazy, especially considering availability. The other thing to know is it's my understanding that while this exhibition is going on, there's going to be other models coming back out. And Hypebeast just posted today that the Medicom store, or whatever store it is in Japan, is releasing another companion set. So it seems like Kaws is going full speed ahead. Now, a lot of people were saying, well, why is Medicom and Kaws coming back? Obviously there was a brief break in production. A lot of people thought it was potentially done. The original fake store closed, and we thought that was kind of a wrap for Kaws and Medicom. He'd still be putting out prints, but man down. He'd still be putting out prints. But now we see them coming back in full force, which is exciting for me because I have an opportunity to purchase them at retail. So I actually have 2 sets, one that I bought at retail because they had a huge issue with their site, which is another thing to talk about. So I didn't think it was going to come through, and I wanted just to lock in the companions that I wanted at a good price point. So I do have doubles coming in. I would unwrap each one, but because some of these are going to friends and I don't know if they'd want to unwrap it, that might be bad, but I can unwrap the ones I know no one's getting. So you can barely see this because it's transparent. But another thing that people thought this wasn't Medicom was because instead of dissected, they called it flayed. I'm not quite sure why they ventured from the terming dissected, but it does have the Medicom holotag here on the back. So if you do buy these and you do open them up, just keep this bag somewhere. I keep all the bags in a little box. You definitely don't want to not have this because the authenticity tag is very important. So here's the one from the exhibition. Then we have its big brother here. For those of you curious about size, it's just a little bit taller than a normal companion, which I believe are 9.5 inches tall. So this one's almost 11 inches tall. I can find the direct dimensions, I just don't have them offhand. You have the dissected thing that we're pretty much used to. So it's literally almost exactly the same production as the dissected resting piece. The muscles and sinew on one side, the exposed brain. And this is what the bottoms will look like. Kaws .16 open edition, Medicom toy, and obviously it is made in China. It's important to note that there's no other ones that are labeled open edition, at least that I'm aware of. So all the ones that I have just have the year and when they were made. We'll also show the BFF, which for whatever reason, whenever I see these things, I just think of Elmo, which is why I think they're a little goofy looking. This was limited edition, not open edition, so I have 1821 out of 3,000. So granted that these might re-release, or he could technically make as many as he wants. This is probably the best thing from a collector aspect in terms of holding its value. I don't really care, I just want to display them and enjoy them. So this thing, maybe I'll sell it or something. I'm just not that interested in it, but like I said, it came with the entire set. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this week's review of the Kaws companions that released. Like I said, it is open edition, so if you didn't purchase one, there's chances that it might re-release, or there'll be more figurines in the future. Kaws is definitely capitalizing on like a second wind of popularity. A lot of the toys that I have recently like doubled in price or gone up like $500, $300. So the popularity of Kaws as an artist is growing. Why that is, maybe a lot of the kids that liked Kaws that were younger that now have jobs are spending money on it. Not 100% sure, but for Kaws, if these figures were a little bit over 1,000, which I assume they had to be because they put about 800 online, $200 retail, let's assume the artist kept 50%. Kaws is cashing out on these little toys. It's a little under $1 million for him, so that's great. I don't think he needs the money anyway, but definitely a good opportunity for him to capitalize on this like second energy into his brand. Not to say that Kaws wasn't popular before, but it definitely seems to be gaining traction and popularity now. If you're interested in other Medicom toy reviews, I do only collect Kaws just because to me they're really artwork. A lot of the other ones are just a little gimmicky or not like the fast fashion, like a Godzilla bear brick or something, you know what I mean? It's cool if there is something that ties into a movie like I like Star Wars I really love, but for the most part I like the Kaws ones because they are technically artwork, but again, because these are open edition, it's a little bit different than like a numbered print. Something just to keep in mind if you are trying to collect or use art as an investment, because art really is an investment in a lot of ways. So if you enjoyed this review, hit the thumbs up button for me. T-Lake signing out. Peace, guys.